There we go. Everybody, Russ the West End Network. Hope you're all safe and well. If new and dear, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. Maybe become a channel member. Would be lovely. Would be lovely. Have a quick look down there. If that little button which is subscribe is red, it means you're not subscribed. You click it, it goes grey. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Hope everyone is safe and well. Thursday, we're on the road to the weekend, aren't we? On the road to the weekend. At lunchtime today, I did a bit of a roundup of all the transfer news, all the rumours. Talk about Flynn Downs. We talk about Broja. We're going to talk about Broja again in a minute, amongst many others. I think it was 11 players we've been linked with. In fact, I've done my list and we're up to about 115, 116 players that we've been linked with. And I'm colour coding it all in terms of, okay, these ones are gone now, these are red, they've been sold. You know, like Forest have bought a couple of our sort of transfer targets, a couple of people have bought signed new contracts, like Nketiah and people like that as well. So, you know, it's still over 100. Don't worry. No time to panic yet. Anyway, I bring to you the Hammers headlines for the 7th of July in association with KUMB.com. 3 stories. The first one involves an out, someone leaving the club. And I'm very pleased with the tagline, "Is a goner." Very, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Apparently Fulham have made a second bid for Issa Diop, for the West Ham centre-back, after seeing a first bid of around £10 million plus add-ons rejected, and that's according to The Athletic. They've come back in with a £12 million bid with add-ons. I believe the package is around 17 million quid in total. I don't think it's increased as such, but it's the upfront money has increased a little bit. There's also strong interest from Lyon and various other French clubs as well, and Diop is thought to be considering his options. Obviously, he moved to West Ham in the summer of 2018 from Toulouse for £22 million, I think it was at the time, and became very much a regular first team for the first couple of seasons in the first 11, and then he found his first team appearances somewhat limited. Particularly, last year I think he made 13 Premier League appearances with the likes of Agbona, Dawson, Kurt Zuma, and now obviously Agad being signed as well. He's in essence 5th choice. In fact, I did a tier listing with Gatesy from Forge to Mine, which is, I don't think it's out just yet. And I say that I basically say it's not the fact that I want Diop to go. Because I think he plays quite well. He's 13 games. He hasn't really shown himself up, but I think for his own sake, he's 25 now. He should be playing regular first team football. And so it might be at Fulham, could be at Lyon, could be at Monaco. Who knows? Maybe the fact that Fulham have come in quite heavily with a bid might start awakening some of his other suitors potentially. I mean, if he does sign, he'll be Fulham's second transfer this summer. They signed the Portuguese international João Paulina from Sporting Lisbon on a 5-year deal earlier this week. So that would be their second signing. And if he goes, I wish him all the best. Now, in terms of an in and a bit of a boost, and not necessarily a boost in terms of development with Broja, but of his parent club. Obviously, news coming out today that Raheem Sterling has agreed terms with Chelsea, £45 million deal. Seems a bit cheap, doesn't it? You see all these numbers being bandied around at the moment. Mane 35 million, Sterling 45 million. I mean, these guys are just literally coming to the end of their peak, really. But it seems good bit of business by Chelsea, to be honest. And it appears that Raheem will be taking Broja's place on that jet when they go off to the US for their pre-season tour. We know that Moyes is basically Broja's one of Moyes' main targets this summer, and we've had a bit of an anxious wait for pre-season. There were reports originally that Tuchel was going to have a look at him over pre-season, then make his decision coming to the end of the transfer window as the season's just about to kick off. I never thought that was going to be the case. I think he's under a lot of pressure now, particularly with the takeover, to compete with the likes of Man City, Liverpool for the top spot, and I don't think he will. They don't have to invest necessarily in the future. I think they want success now, and I think Broja is one for the future. I wouldn't be surprised if we do sign him if they try and put a buyback clause in there, to be honest. But I never thought he would really. I mean, they're not going to rest their hopes on the 20-year-old's head when they can go and buy someone like Sterling. They can go and buy. Looking at Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously they let Lukaku go. They are looking at several forward players at the moment. So to me, it means that Broja's first team is going to be very limited, in all honesty, in terms of his appearances next year for Chelsea. And as I said, with Sterling potentially on the horizon and taking his place on the trip, we already know he wasn't going to take Broja, and now it seems that definitely Sterling will be taking his place. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, Chelsea haven't got this bottomless pit of money that they used to under Abramovich as well, so they'll be looking to make some recuperation on investment. So if they buy Raheem Sterling 45 million, they want to sell, they want to bring back some money, and 30 million from Broja means only a net loss of 15 million quid. Similar thing to what Man City did with selling Gabriel Jesus and buying Calvin Phillips. It was only a 10 million pound difference. Same price, only a 10 million pound difference. It's pocket change for the Budden household, I wish. But we'll see what happens. We know Broja's main preference is to stay in London, and obviously the likes of Everton, the likes of Newcastle, Leeds, Southampton, all looking at Broja. But I'd like to think we've got a march on them all. And finally, I was going to do a story about Jesse Lingard, but I thought I'd just, thought I'd curtail that. The Lingard saga goes on and on and on. He's apparently in MLS. He's not in the MLS. He's in America talking to MLS clubs at the moment, in between doing TikTok dances. But another potential in is the Benfica left back, the Spanish Benfica left back, Alex Grimaldo. X said on the podcast recently that he's one of the ones we've been looking at for that left back position. Us and Arsenal apparently very interested in him. He's a bloody good player. It does seem like our left back options are slightly dwindling a little bit, in that the likes of Hickey, Aaron Hickey from Bologna, looks like he's going to Brentford. I think that's a real shame, because I think he would have been fantastic for us. So we've got several irons in the fire. We've got Grimaldo, we've got Pellegrini from Juventus, Joachim from Atalanta. He's more right back but can play left back, very similar to Ben Johnson. But Grimaldo, I think, is be a great shout. I mean, he is currently, how old is he? I had his stats here. Anyway, well, last season, for example, he had played 39 games in all competitions for Benfica, 5 goals and 8 assists from left back. That ain't too shabby Alonso at all. And obviously, I believe he's in the top. He's 26, almost 27, perfect age. He's in the top 97%, he's top 3% percentile for assists for amongst all fullbacks. Very good. And high up in interceptions and blocks and things like that. Real dynamic left back. So I think he could be a really interesting signing for West Ham. Arsenal are also sniffing around for him. But for Arsenal, it'd be very much a backup to Tierney, which I don't think at the age of 26, 27, in terms of what he's going to come into 27, I think he would want first team football, guaranteed first team football, and arguably he'd get that at West Ham. And that's it, my friends. Thank you very, very much for your time as always. As I said, go back and check out our rumours. We give you the Rusty rumour rating, the original rumour rating, with each one of them that we talk about at lunchtime. We spoke about at lunchtime. And as I said, we'll be back tomorrow with more Hammers headlines. We've got some analytics shows. I think Anton's going to do a show about Flynn Downs as well, in terms of what he could bring to West Ham. The new Mark Noble he's been touted as. And also on Sunday we've got the next one of our Hammers in Hot Water series. We've had Darnay, we've had Savio, we've had Boogers. Next it's Margas, Javier Margas, and quite a colourful career, not just in terms of his hair, but a career after West Ham and after he retired as well. Some interesting sort of purchases. He's sort of the Chilean version of Mario Balotelli in terms of him buying stuff. There we go. We'll just give you enough there. And very much like Darnie, who ended up on the Portuguese version of Strictly Come Dancing, he ended up on the the Chilean version of The Island. So, yeah. Anyway, and that's it, my friends. Take care and stay safe, stay lucky, stay cheeky, stay hydrated, stay positive, and we'll see you guys very, very soon. Ciao, ciao, my friends. Bye-bye for now.